Well, good evening, friends, or should I say good night, friends, because it's like 10:30. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I mean, seriously, it does not work without you guys. So we're not even going to think about it working without you guys. Man, you know, it's raining out here again, and I was smart enough at least to get this sun umbrella. Not really being used for the sun because I'm usually out here at night, but at least it's keeping the water off me. Okay, so we can have a fire here, and maybe I can figure out how to do something a little different there. Somebody emailed me earlier that said they were inspired by me, so they got an outdoor fire pit. You're going to get a lot of use for it. I love coming out here at the end of the day, and today it was like every other day, but it was busy, but definitely a great day. We got a stack of shot glass racks that are going out tomorrow. We got new channel members, tailgate members and stuff. If you become a member, you end up getting a rack. You get a rack if you're a tailgate member. If you're just a regular member, you get a shot glass. So I'm happy that we got that stuff done. I got more of them in the works, and I'm going to keep on doing what we do. So it's been a crazy 24 hours. You know, last night about this time was when we heard that the Cowboys signed Andy Dalton. And I got to tell you, Jerry Jones knows how to keep everybody's attention. You notice they do these things late at night, and they have the whole blogosphere. People go crazy. You know, it's the first thing in the morning. You know, so tomorrow morning, all the shows are going to be talking about Andy. Oh, Skip. This is a message. It's a message to Dak Prescott, your guy. You know that's going to be happening tomorrow. I got so many damn emails and text messages and tags in Facebook that everybody thinks that this thing is about Dak Prescott. And even Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant took it the way some Cowboy fans took it. That the Cowboys are signing this guy to replace Dak. Now, I understand you guys have been listening to talk radio for too long. Okay? Talk radio and, the four-letter networks and stuff. Because you've heard them all off-season talk about, the Cowboys should trade for Derek Carr because he'll be less than Dak Prescott. They can save some money. Okay. All right. So now you see that it's musical chairs. That there's not enough places for these quarterbacks to go. Right now, Cam Newton is basically saying, hey, look, I'm not signing to be a backup. I want to be a starter. You get Andy Dalton, who's let go right there after the draft. You got Jameis Winston, who was looking for $30 million. He's got to sign for $1.5 million. So you have all these guys that are out on the street. This is not the norm. Remember when we had to try and get Matt Castle because that was about the only veterans out there that you could get when we lost Tony Romo? Matt Castle. And these guys right now, because of supply and demand, there's not a big demand for them, and there's a supply of guys. And so you look at it from the standpoint of, I better take something. At least it's from my town. I'm from Texas. I still got a home in Texas. I can stay home and be broke. Basically, that's what he's doing. $3 million, I'll stay in Texas. Hey, I may not sniff the field, but I'm good. But see, Dez took it as in, they're not signing Dak Prescott because they're going to replace him with this guy. And if that were the case, then Dez Bryant would be 100% right. But that's not the case. Andy Dalton is not going to be the starter for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, maybe if it had been Aaron Rodgers that they got, then that's when you look at that and say differently. But now, back to his other point. He said that this is complete disrespect to Dak Prescott signing him. They need to pay Dak. Well, he was spot on that second part, that they need to go ahead and pay Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott has been the best bargain in football. Dak Prescott would have been a bargain 20 years ago at $1 million a year on average for his career. Right now, the Cowboys have been stealing money from Dak Prescott. The reason, as you see all these guys on the field, the reason that they've been able to go ahead and re-sign Jalen Smith to an extension, to keep a La'el Collins in there, to extend Zeke Elliott and pay D-Law, is because you have not had to pay this quarterback that $20+ million for the last 4 years. Understand that Dak Prescott enabled us to get out from under Dez Bryant's contract. Dak Prescott, being our quarterback, got us out from underneath Tony Romo's contract. Tony Romo was due $26, $27 million. Dez Bryant, $16 million. But those guys left. They left dead money. But because we didn't have to pay the going rate for a quarterback for 4 years, we were able to get past those guys and use that money elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying? They had paid Dak last year $28 million. We would be underwater right now, and you wouldn't have Andy Dalton. You probably wouldn't have Dontari Poe and Gerald McCoy. It sucks for Dak Prescott what the Cowboys did, but by doing so, they've been able to put more talent around. I can't dispute that. But the time is to go ahead and pay that guy now. He has done everything that you can ask a quarterback to do. And he has literally saved the franchise. Understand where we used to be 5 years ago. Going into the offseason, we would be $25, $22 million over the cap every single year. We'd have to gut the team. We'd have to restructure contracts just to be able to get to zero to start the league year, let alone get free agents. And you look at the team this year, this team, because of what Dak Prescott, and most of you guys don't seem to understand this when you say that Dak Prescott is greedy. Let's say Dak Prescott was just being paid $20 million a year for 4 years, which would have been on the very low end of quarterback compensation. That's $80 million. Take a look what the Cowboys had going into this year. It wasn't $80 million. Close to it. But we would have been just even. And that's what you have to understand, that they've gotten their discount. They've been able to put players around them. Hell, have we gone through a week in this offseason that we haven't signed somebody? I mean, we got Clinton Dix. We got Dontari Poe. We got Worley. We got Gerald McCoy. We got Greg Zuerlein. We got the tight end from Kansas City. The backup, I think it's from Kansas City. The blocking tight end. We got another cornerback. I can't remember. We got so many guys. I can't keep up. We have signed more free agents this year than I think, and named free agents, mind you, than we have probably at any other time. And all of that is because Dak Prescott didn't get paid. Well, time for the chickens to come home to roost now. It's time to take care of that guy. He's been the team player. So Dez is right and he's wrong. He's definitely right. They need to pay the quarterback. But it's not about Dak Prescott signing Carson. Oh my God. I got so many damn quarterbacks. It's the Eagle fans that messed up my brain. Philly 500 trolling me and all. Oh my God. I can't get no rest, man. They're killing me. They're killing me. Andy Dalton signing is about having some depth in case shit happens. Nothing more, nothing less. You Dak haters can pretend and hope and pray that means it's the end of Dak Prescott, the average quarterback. Not what it means, buddy. Not what it means. Whew. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the rain and get up tomorrow. Got a lot more work to do in the workshop. I need to get to the stove and get some more materials. And I'll talk to you guys later. Let's turn out the lights. This party's over. All right, that's it. Peace out.